Let's get right into it. Number 7. Your house is your biggest asset. The Concrete Piggy Bank. Society tells you buying a primary residence is the ultimate wealth builder. It is not. It is a lifestyle choice masquerading as an investment. A true asset puts money into your pocket every month. Your house takes it out: property taxes, interest, insurance, maintenance, a new roof, a broken water heater, the surprise driveway repair, the furnace that dies at the worst possible time. A primary home is a money-hungry liability that you happen to sleep in. Yes, it might appreciate over 30 years, but all that wealth is trapped in drywall. You cannot buy groceries with home equity unless you sell the house. And if you sell, you still have to pay to live somewhere else. So a lot of people end up house rich and cash broke. Rich people buy rental properties for cash flow. Average people buy giant primary residences, then brag about equity they cannot touch. Number 6. Pay off your mortgage as fast as possible. Burying gold in the backyard. It feels responsible to throw every spare dollar at a 3% or 4% mortgage to become debt-free. But mathematically, you can be shooting your wealth in the foot if you have a $100,000 mortgage at 4% and you aggressively pay it off. You are saving 4%, but if you took that same money and put it into a diversified stock market approach, like an S&P 500 index fund example, and it returned a historical average around 10% over long periods, you are making money on the spread. 10 minus 4, that is a 6% gap, and over decades, that gap compounds into an enormous difference. By rushing to pay off cheap fixed-rate debt, you can lock your cash into a totally illiquid wall of bricks. Instead of letting it compound in productive assets, you trade a mountain of future wealth for a tiny feeling of psychological safety. Now, if you personally need the peace of mind, fine, but call it what it is: an emotional purchase, not the mathematically optimal move. Number 5. Cut out your daily $5 coffee to get rich. The squirt gun strategy. Financial gurus love to shame you for buying a latte, claiming it is the reason you are not a millionaire. This is micromath distracting you from macro problems. Skipping a $5 coffee saves you about $150 a month. That is not nothing, but it is not going to make you rich. It is like trying to put out a forest fire with a squirt gun while you are agonizing over a cappuccino. You are ignoring the flamethrowers burning down your budget, your $600 car payment, your overpriced apartment, your credit card balance at 18% interest. Get the big 3 right: housing, transportation, and food, and you can buy whatever coffee you want. Stop aggressively managing pennies while hemorrhaging dollars. Number 4. Always buy in bulk to save money. The warehouse illusion. You go to Costco to buy toilet paper, and you leave with a 50-pound tub of mayonnaise, convincing yourself you saved money because the cost per ounce was lower. You did not save money. You spent $200 you were not planning on spending to build a grocery store in your garage. Bulk only saves money if you actually use it before it expires, goes stale, or rots. If you buy a massive bulk box of produce or snacks and 30% of it goes bad before you can eat it, your cost per ounce savings just evaporated, and retailers know something else. When you buy in bulk, you often consume faster because it feels abundant. You are not hacking the system. You are increasing your consumption rate to clear out your pantry. Bulk is a tool, not a personality. If you are buying bulk as entertainment, you are not saving. You are spending with a math costume on. Number 3. Max out your 401k no matter what. The locked vault trap. Yes, investing for retirement is crucial, and getting the employer match is free money. But blindly dumping every spare cent into a 401k while you have zero emergency fund or active credit card debt is financial suicide. A 401k is a locked vault. If your car transmission blows up or you lose your job, you cannot easily access that money without penalties and taxes. You are hiding all your lifeboats on an island you cannot visit until you are 59 and a half. So the smarter order of operations is simple. Get the employer match, because that is a guaranteed win. Then build a liquid cash fortress, 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Then attack high-interest debt. Only after that do you aggressively crank retirement contributions, because liquidity is survival, and a retirement account cannot buy you groceries in an emergency without pain. Number 2. Keep all your money in a savings account to be safe. The melting ice block. Your parents taught you the responsible thing to do is stockpile cash in a traditional bank account. But safety has a hidden price tag, and it is called inflation. Traditional banks pay you basically 0% interest. Meanwhile, inflation destroys purchasing power by about 3% per year over long periods. So if you leave $50,000 sitting in a standard account for a decade, the number stays the same, but what it can buy shrinks massively. You are not protecting your money. You are putting it on a treadmill where the speed keeps increasing, but your cash is standing still. Now you do need some cash. Emergency fund cash is important, but all your money in cash forever is not safety. It is slow decay. Safety without growth is just a quiet loss. Number 1. All debt is bad. Treating a scalpel like a butcher knife. The middle class is terrified of debt, while the ultra-wealthy use it to build empires. Yes, consumer debt, like financing a TV at 24% interest or carrying a credit card balance, is a toxic butcher knife that will bleed you dry. But fixed-rate, low-interest debt used to buy cash-flowing assets is a surgical scalpel. When a real estate investor takes out a mortgage to buy an apartment building, the tenants pay the debt, the investor keeps the profit, and inflation slowly makes the debt cheaper to pay back over time. Debt itself is not the villain. The rate, the terms, and what you bought with it, that is the real story. If you run away from all debt out of fear, you strip yourself of one of the ultimate leverage tools used to build modern wealth. The goal is not to be debt-free. The goal is to be interest-free on bad debt and strategically leveraged on assets that pay you. That is all for today. I will be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.